Hello, this is Azzy Azul. This is the part two of of a goofy movie um analysis. I'm doing it without my sister this time though because sadly she's not here because like I've actually been waiting a couple of days to do this and she's been so busy lately because she's like doing other things and she also has school and everything. Like, she's in college and stuff. College. So that's why I haven't had time at all to come back and do this part, and it really sucks because I really wanted to do it with her, and it just she's so busy and stuff. So that's why I couldn't do it with her. And I'm like, I need to get this done because I actually want to get these done and over with before because Anna High like recently announced that she's literally um going to she's literally going to like have the second episode of like her web comic, which is as goofy as can be, like on like it's gonna be released and stuff. And I'm like, that's insane. Like we had to wait till like literally in the end of February just to be like, oh yeah, by the way, this is it's here, it's coming. So I'm like, ah! So of course I got super excited. I'm so excited. Oh my god! But I'm not gonna read it yet because I want to wait till all the chapters come out from for the story, and then I'll read it. Like I like to binge read, so that's why. Um. Also, I wanted to have this out before it came out. Like I wanted to do an extremely I wanted to do a goofy movie. I wanted to do an extremely goofy movie, and then I was gonna do the first episode uh of as goofy as could be. So, but I didn't get to do that because I've just realized that I had it the other way, and that's really stupid. I should just have it this way. Okay, all right. Sorry about that. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, the point is that we're gonna start here now, I guess. Okay, so pretty much basically is that they just got to the hotel. My sister and me were. I was like me sister and me. Um, my sister and I were. We were just saying about the aesthetic of the hotel. It looks so gorgeous, by the way, and the whole like the fact that it's based off of. It has like a lot. Like I swear, it's because the Little Mermaid was such a big popular thing back then because it released like in 1989, and then it re-released again, I think in somewhere 1990 something, somewhere around there. I forget exactly the year it came out, but when it re-released. But yeah, that's why it was such a big thing, and that's why it has a lot of references in this movie for that reason, for that. But I do love the references anyway because I really, really love The Little Mermaid a lot. It's like one of my favorite Disney movies, so it's okay. I'm sad. I'm happy about it. Okay, so yeah, they got to the hotel and then like they hear like this knock at the door and they get really scared and panicked and they're like, oh shit, like they like think that they're gonna be in trouble and shit like that, but nah, it's like they go over to the door, they're all scared, like oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, and then it's just motherfucking Pete. I swear this guy. Okay, he's such an ass. Okay, but I'm sorry. This is so funny, this shot, but it's also so adorable because I like how goofy, like legit, like I think he literally like went in front of like Max to protect him or something. That or he just fell on him, but I don't know. I can't tell. But I think he's really cute anyway. Yeah. So it's really cute. You asshole, man! I don't like you, Pete. Like for real, look at this shit. Sorry, but the way he's laughing. Okay, I'm sorry. The way he's laughing though. Okay, and then yeah, so Peach just pretty much explained that he did that. Oh, you two were so scared and shit was so funny, and then, like how legit Max is like hiding behind Goofy is so funny to me. Okay, it's so cute. I love it. Yeah, and then they're just there, palsy wowsy now, like the both of them. It's so cute. And of course, Pete notices that they're being all palsy wowsy now for some reason. And then he pretty much like Pete like brings Goof to the side and he's like don't get all like confused with the palsy wowsy stuff and all that. And just pretty much like have him under your thumb type of thing. And I just love this. I always just like quote this so much, like the under your thumb Goof. And it's like burn. It's so funny. I love it. It's so funny. Okay. Okay, so basically, like, because he says that, oh, since y'all are being so palsy wowsy now, maybe like it's like I could like bring my to bring the extension cord, like pretty much the thing, the power cord that powers his RV, because he needs to like power that up and stuff. So they basically it's like a really big ass fucking cord, and like it's so funny. Like PJ's sister has to carry the fucking entire ass huge ass cord into the room. Like I feel so bad, yo. What the fuck? He's like, I'm sorry, all their faces. So yeah, he pretty much like basically like PJ has to like bring that in and hook it up pretty much. And then they say that pretty much like Pete says it's gonna take a while or quite a longish while for it to charge, so that they should like order pizza while they're like waiting and stuff, like Goofy should. Yeah, okay, because like the rich guy can't do it, I guess, basically. Because I think that's the thing that I didn't really mention in the last video, but yeah, like Pete, I can't say. Pete is kind of like a little bit more richer, I think, than Goofy is. Like basically, when it comes to like financial stuff, while Goofy's like a little bit, say, I think more like middle class or something. But even then, middle class is still really good. I mean, it's way better than how I'm right now. Ha. Okay, lol. But um, so yeah, like basically they just do that. Yeah. So they order a pizza. Oh my god, and I love this pizza by the way. Like when they're having it, like it looks like legit the cheesiest cheesy as a pizza as I ever seen in my life. Like god damn, I need a pizza like this, homie. Give me a pizza that's this cheesy. Fucking damn it. That make me crazy. And then I like how Pete was just about to come in and talk to them, I think, or something, do something like that. And pretty much like PJ and Max are discussing here that I don't know how PJ finds out this shit. Like he literally finds out, first off he finds out um that the first thing he finds out is that him and that he's going to the concert in LA. And I'm like, how the fuck do you know that, PJ? And it's like, oh, it's because this is everybody's talking about it. I guess it's because Roxanne probably told her friend, and of course Stacy told a lot of other people. So yeah, because it's just how it is. It's just be like that. So I don't know who or how they found out that um Like, how in the hell did PJ find out that Max was like went and changed the map? That's what I don't get. Like, how in the living hell did anybody find out that he did that? Like, the only person who knew that he changed the map was himself, like Max. So I'm like, how the fuck did that? How is that? I'm so confused. Anyway, PJ knows for some fucking reason now that he changed the map, and then they're here talking about it, and then Max was just saying like I panicked and stuff. I was scared. I didn't. I just happened like that, and like then PJ like Pete is coming in and he hears that and he's like being a sneaky icky cat and hearing it and stuff. So yeah. While Goofy here is trying to enjoy his time here at the hotel, like he's having goof time, and basically like he's in the hot tub, like he's trying out the hot tub, like the jacuzzi. There you go. I freaking love jacuzzis, by the way. They're just so good. I'd rather sometimes just go into the jacuzzi than be in the pool because it just feels that good to be in a jacuzzi. But you shouldn't really be in there for too long. Literally says you only have to be in there for like 15 minutes, but sometimes I want to be there for more than 15 minutes, and it's because it feels so good. Okay, anyway. So yeah, yeah, that's basically me being in a jacuzzi. Yay. Except I do get scared about drowning in a jacuzzi. Actually, because I can't swim, so I do get scared of falling in there. So I try to really hold on to the handles, like if they do have handles. Basically, the jacuzzi. So yeah, I do like the ones though where they have like a sort of sitting thing, so you could like sit in the jacuzzi. That's really cool. I like those. So yeah, so he's just trying it out and stuff. Yay. And okay, so imagine this image showing up at you out of nowhere. Okay. Um so this is also another example of my dad being like this is like my dad but like when he used to be like super fat. We always used to say this to my dad, yo, and then he'd be there like fucking making all the water come out the face. Okay. So pretty much basically in this is like a very actually serious scene. I don't know why I'm laughing so much at this. I mean, it's because it's just so funny. Okay, I can't help it. Okay, but basically this is a very serious scene where they're pretty much basically like Pete he's it's like he's trying to tell Goofy or he's like I don't know, he's kind of like playing it out to be very dramatic, like and stuff like that, and like he's like, oh, like so you and Max are good, like you guys are like all good in the hood and stuff like that, and like there's nothing, there's no trouble in paradise and stuff, and he's like, and then Goofy's like, yeah, like I learned how to basically like back off a little, and as soon as I did that, we just clicked, me and Max, like we like now we're like bonding and stuff like that. She basically bonding, and Pete, of course, doesn't believe that. He's kind of like, oh, what, like, suspicious, because he knows that Max went ahead and changed the map because he heard from before that he changed the map. So he's like, is that really how that is? Because yeah. And then Goofy's just there explaining like, yeah, like okay, so he's pretty much basically explaining that The whole thing of, oh, like he just learned to back off, and then that's it. It kind of clicked and stuff. And then he's just asking him like, so there's no problems, anything like that. And he says no. And then he's Pete, being the dramatic ass like that he is. He's like, I hate to break this to you and stuff like that, like acting all dramatic. But and then Goofy, of course, asks like, what is it and stuff like that, like what's up and stuff. And then he's just like, your kid's duping you, like for real. Like he's like, and then he tells him here, his face. He tells him that basically here that I heard I heard Max tell PJ that basically you're heading straight to LA. So like you're not going to Ohio like you think you're going and stuff like that. And of course Goofy is very shocked at hearing that. He's like, "What?" Like he says the most quiet, silent, somewhat like what? It's just like a what? Like it sounds like a small shock of anything. And he's not sure whether he should believe it or not. Like you could literally see that he's shocked, but then he's like fighting it inside his head to be like, did he really? No, he couldn't have. I don't believe you and stuff like that. Like not my Maxie and stuff. Like it's just like he's really deeply thinking about it. I really like the way they have this silence to it, and it's just mm, goofy thinking like deeply about something. Like he's just really deeply thinking about like whether is if Pete's words are true or not, or if he's deceiving him. And then he decides very quickly ish that no, you're wrong. You're not like Max wouldn't do that. Like Max is a lot of things, but he's not a bad kid. At least not like he wouldn't like just go and do stuff like that. And then Pete is like obviously like, hey, yo, chill. Like like if you're so like strung up on it, then check the map and stuff. And Goofy's like, I don't need to check the map and stuff like that. And I really like this whole like quote thing here where he's like saying basically like like Max isn't a lot of things that a son that you feel like a son should be, but he loves me. And it's true because like I think truly deep down, despite the fact that Max feels very restrained by Goofy, he still loves him a lot. And Goofy is the same. Goofy loves Max a lot, like deeply, very a lot. Like they have a lot of love. It's just Goofy needs to learn to be less restrictive and stuff. He needs to learn to let Max to be his own person, to be like, you know, cuz to grow and stuff. While basically Pete is different from that where he just wants to fully control his child's life. Like basically like he's very like I don't know if he actually goes and beats up PJ. I don't know if that's the case, like if he actually does that, but he does threaten him very like vocally and stuff like that and stuff like that. Like he does things by using fear and stuff. Like he uses fear as a thing, as a parenting thing. And like he goes, my son respects me. And I just love the face that Goofy gives him. Like Goofy, like literally, like kind of looks at in disgust even at that because he's like, yeah, like oh my, like yeah, if you call that respect, I guess like that is not respect. That is literally like um in a sense like subordination. Is that what I'm saying, right? I don't think it is, if that's the right word, but pretty much like like completely having someone control your life. Basically, like everything you do is controlled by a single unit or factor and stuff, and that's just, it sucks. It's really sucking, because then if you're controlled by fear all the time, then you're basically never going to want to do anything in life, and you're just going to be like, you're going to be so full of anxiety and nervous all the time, and you won't become your own person like that, because you're so scared. You won't do anything, like start anything, and it sucks. So the last thing he just says is for him to check the map, basically like he just keeps telling him to check the map. And Goofy, of course, is like there walking back to the hotel, and I guess he's just thinking about the whole conversation as he's walking there. Um, and then he just goes into the car, and he hesitates though, and but he does kind of want to know, but he also hesitates. But then he like truly wants to believe that Max didn't do anything, or didn't do as Pete said. And so, but of course, this car is kind of silly, and pretty much like he just, all he does is bang the tire, I think, with his fist, and the paper comes out. Which I'm like, is this literally the same thing that Max did, except that he did it with his foot, where he kicked the car instead, basically, and it shows the map. So yeah, and that's how Goofy's able to look at the map and see the fact that Max did in fact change the map route, where they're heading straight to LA, and they're not heading to Ohio, to Lake Destiny. And I'm just like, I'm looking at this room, man. I'm like, what the fuck? Did you guys not eat the pizza? You guys literally just toss the pizza all over the fucking place. Like, goddamn. That was a delicious pizza. You guys just fucking, like, threw it all over the place. Okay. Anyway, so basically, Goofy is in shock because he's literally like thought that he could trust Max to like, you know, like just have some trust in him. But no, he went ahead and broke that trust, and he basically like changed the map like Pete said he did. So my bro didn't sleep at all last night, I guess. And like PJ has the gall to be there saying like about the Powerline concert while Goofy's there, like like that's crazy, yo. What the So yeah, my dude looks like he didn't sleep all night, and he was just there like that. Like basically like how I look like when I wake up in the morning. So um so pretty much they're getting there and stuff like that. Like they're just driving on, stuff like that, in silence, because they haven't talked to each other, I guess, during this entire time. Um, and then, of course, it's the moment of truth where it's a junction. And pretty much basically, the junction is that LA is on the left side and Ohio is on the right. And basically, Max has to choose which one to go to, because since he's the navigator and stuff. So, of course, Goofy wants Max to choose um the right, because the right is Ohio. But yeah, he has a hard choice of choosing Max. So like it's a lot of pressure to put on a 14-year-old. Just a lot of stuff. So yeah, he basically screams out like left, and then they go to the left, and then there's a iconic mad goofy face, like like for real. That's legit the face my sister makes when she's like truly disappointed in me. Like that's true disappointment right there. Um, like yeah. So so yeah, basically then like Max is really relieved, but then like Goofy is like really pissed off and stuff. And then Max is literally trying to I guess like maybe make him feel a little better or something, or try to get his mind off of whatever happened and or what just happened. And he tries to do the same like it's so funny to me. It's like it's sort of like a coping mechanism, but he goes ahead and actually like starts doing the stuff that his dad does. So yeah, like basically like he's doing the whole road game thing with the with the guessing of the man or woman thing. And it's so funny. He just does the same thing his dad does, where he's like man, and then he's like Walt Disney. But Goofy's so pissed off already and so disappointed. And if anything, I think he's more hurt than anything. So that he just pulls the car to the side, and he literally doesn't care that he like locked himself like out of the car. He's just so um like my sister said that he's kind of a man child, so he right now in a sense he's kind of like having sort of like a tantrum right now, you could say. So yeah. But I get it. Like I get it a lot. Like I when I was younger, I used to side with Max and everything cuz basically because I used to think that it just wasn't fair that Goofy kept embarrassing him as he did. Because, like, I kind of get it because sometimes my parents would do the same thing, basically, where they would embarrass me and stuff like that. And, or I would get embarrassed just by being with my other siblings and everything sometimes. And I just wanted to look more like as though I was cool and mature, and that I had basically everything together. That I was all grown up and stuff. That I could handle stuff on my own. I could do things by myself. But then you get older and you start to think more, and you're like, well, it's not as though Goofy was wrong in a sense. I mean, because I get it now, because I basically try to do the same thing. I want to hold on to my youth and stuff like that as much as possible now, since I'm getting older and everything. Like I go down nostalgia lane all the time, basically, almost, where I just want to grab a hold of that feeling that I had, those feelings I had when I was younger and stuff, basically. So I totally get both sides of them now that I'm older and stuff. But when you're younger, you basically like side with Max more than say with Goofy. So yeah, basically like Goofy's like just very hurt basically, because he just thinks that Max he think Goofy thinks that Max thinks that Goofy's very stupid or something. Like he's just very dumb and stuff, and that he wouldn't figure out that they're not going on the right path and stuff, that they're going straight to LA and stuff instead, that he wouldn't notice at all that they were doing that. And so yeah, but yeah, I kind of get it, because like Max is kind of like me, like where he has like no patience or very little patience. So like he's like he's trying. He was trying to explain to him, but you know, he's like, "Ah, forget it." And to then, like, they both just there. Like they like my sister said before in the first part that basically no, they both don't want to compromise. They both want to keep uh like one person. They had to basically keep competing with each other, basically, like of who's right and who's wrong. Like there's no, oh yeah, we're both on the same page type of thing. It's either a person's wrong or a person's right. So yeah. So yeah. Anyway, so Max kind of leans against the car, and since the car was like still on drive, I guess. So like the keys were still in there. So it's kind of now just driving off with no owner and stuff. And so yeah, so they had to go chase after the car. And while they're chasing after the car, they're basically just having a discussion of um they're just discussing the whole things, like, oh, like, by the way, like what you do, and like, I didn't do anything, dad, I just touched it and stuff, basically. And then they just trying to chase after the car. And then, of course, as I said before, like Goofy had the door locked, but Max had his door open, so he opened it by his door, and um, so yeah, um, so basically, they're just saying that they're both just here pulling out everything, he says, like, oh, by the way, like, you like I forget the whole thing. I don't know. It's been a good while since I've seen this movie. I saw, like, what, a while ago. I don't know, but like it's like he's basically telling him to, like, put it in drive himself or something, and he's like, see, like, you ruined everything. It's like that's what Max said to Goofy, and then Goofy got all pissed off at him because of that. And he's like, and I think Goofy then says, like, you ruined our vacation. And then Max says, he says that I never wanted to go on this stupid vacation in the first place. So yeah. So yeah. So basically, they both, like, or just they're arguing with each other until, like, they fall into, like, the water and stuff, and then they have to, like, get on top of the car in order to just, like, float on top of it or something. And basically, the whole time they're here, like, trying to help each other get up and stuff, and then they're on the car on top of it. Like, Goofy explains that his principal talked to him on the phone, and he called him and he said, like, and then Max is like, it's not what you think it is, and stuff like that. And then he's like, and then Max is just, like, explaining to Goofy that I'm not a little kid anymore, and that I've grown up, and um that he's all grown up right now. And then Goofy, of course, like, he just says the most rawest thing that a parent would feel and would say in basically in that time. And that's, he's like, I know that I just want to be part of it. So yeah. And that is so breaking. Okay, I'm actually gonna cry. I'm gonna cry during this recording. Okay. Okay, but anyway, um So I'm actually have tears in my eyes. Okay, so that is like literally the one of the rawest and most like genuinely like like it's so touching. Like just every parent I feel deep down in a sense thinks or feels in this sense of way where they want to be a part of their child's lives, but the child doesn't sort of kind of doesn't want that because especially if it's like a parent who basically like is very restricting and very overprotective and they don't let the child do anything or any like it the parent doesn't allow the child to grow and to reach out and become their own person. And it's not like either way is not good. You're not supposed to be too harsh with a child and make them fear you, but you're not supposed to be so restrictive and overprotective either to the point where they can grow out and stuff. Like there's a balance between these things. You need to be able to, be a little strict, but then you also have to like learn when to let your child go because that's the thing. That is the thing about parenting. You need to like be there with the child, guide them through life, and then learn to let them go. Because if you don't let them go, they're never going to grow as their own person. They're not going to be able to decide their own things or do their own decide their own decisions in life, and they're going to basically always be like codependent on someone or something else to make those decisions for them because they can't decide for themselves. And that's not good at all to do that. Like Goofy's a very loving father, but it wasn't good what he was doing to Max either. So, yeah. So basically they're just here riding now on the top of the car in the lake or stuff like that. By the way, I really freaking love this song. It makes me just go like bawling. I'm just like, ah! Like the emoji where it just be like disintegrating and stuff while crying. That's literally me, by the way, for this song because I just love it so much. This song, still whatever mess I make it, and always understanding nobody else but you. Oh, your loneliness is now and then bewildering. Your music sounds like monkeys in a zoo. Still, nobody else but you. Nobody else but you. It's you. We're stuck together. Nobody else but you. Like I just basically really love this song. It's so beautiful and pretty much they're basically saying that like in this song that um despite all the things that they have different from each other, they in the end that they rather do it with each other. Like, have together both of them. And it's so cute. I really like it. Like it just makes me cry, guys. I'm gonna cry. Like we're tossing the tree and we're tossed out of town. Maybe when I start to sing, hey, I'd rather go down when nobody else. But why? Oh, you. I'm gonna cry. Okay. So yeah. So basically um Max explains the entire thing to Goofy where like the whole thing of like this entire time I've been in love with this girl in my school and and I was just really scared and stuff and most likely he probably told him his fears of like becoming his dad and stuff and all that. And I just think that's really brave of Max to be telling his dad all this stuff. Like I could pretty much never in a sense admit that much to my parents at all. Like I like to like applaud Max for that because but then again it's understanding because like Max is a very understanding um parent. So like once they both met each other on equal grounding, then they were able to talk to one another. And I'm like, that's really good. It's really nice. And pretty much basically like Goofy was there and he's like, wow, you're growing up so fast and I didn't even realize it. Like I just missed a lot of it and stuff and it's really cute and stuff. And then of course like Goofy wants to fix everything. He wants to be like, oh now we have to figure out a way to get you to this Powerline concert guy, his concert and stuff. And then Max is like, no, 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 it's all right. We don't have to do that. And then Goofy's like, how come you think every time uh I I want to do something it's just gonna be end up in disaster and stuff like that. And then it's just so funny because then they realize that they're close to like falling down a waterfall. It's just so funny because Goofy's like, a waterfall, a waterfall. It's so funny. I love it. Okay. So yeah, so they're pretty much basically falling down a waterfall and I guess at some point Max gets separated from Goofy and then Max is like on the car only and then Goofy is trying to like save Max from from falling into the waterfall below and stuff. And then he finds the fishing rod, like one of the fishing rods, and pretty much basically he's going to use that to try to help and save Max, but then Max misses the fishing rod hook, and then Max is like getting getting all wrapped up and stuff and everything in the I guess it's like the tent. And and then finally Goofy got a hold of like the car, I think, and he stopped it from falling, but he's having a hard time getting it to not fall. But then since Max was like covered up uh in the tent, he's able to use it like a sort of parachute. So that's really cool. But then Goofy is about to fall and stuff, and then he managed to save him somehow, but then like the little sponge tube things on the fishing rod come out and basically now Goofy's gonna looks like he's gonna fall to his death. And I'm like, I was literally legit so scared when this happened when I first saw the movie because I thought Goofy was like gonna die, but I'm like and then I remember like wait, isn't Goofy like is supposing the sequel because like that's like the sequel is like the first movie. So I'm like, wouldn't he be like like not dying? But I don't know. But it still scared me anyway. I was like, oh my god, no, Goofy. So yeah, so it's so cute. Max managed to freaking do the perfect cast, and that's how he's able to save Goofy. And it is just so cute, and it's so heartwarming, and it makes me cry again. I'm gonna cry again. And they hug each other, and it's so cute. Eggs. Okay. All right. And basically the map lands on Goofy's head, and but then Goofy's like yo, okay. And then I'm like literally legit, like we were just recently watching the movie, me and my sister again, and she's like, that was a literal goof tradition, like the map. Why the hell would you go and just toss it like that? But I guess it's because in a sense it's kind of like Goofy letting go of the past, I guess you could say, in a sense, in a way, and just kind of moving forward. But it's still kind of bad. I mean, I don't know. I'm just thinking about it. So basically, they got into Powerline's concert by getting into like instrument stuff, which I basically find is so funny. Like, I like how Max was able to fit into a small little thingy like that. Like, it's so cute to me. Okay. Um, and and then Goofy has to fit into the big ass like, I think it's like a cello, something like that, or something like that, and it's just so funny to me. So yeah, that's how they snuck in there, and then Max is like thinking, "Oh, it's not such a good idea to do this. Like they shouldn't do it." And then yeah, then he sees the dancers pass by, and he's like, so yeah, so I mean, okay, boing. So yeah. And of course he lost his dad. Like he they kind of lost each other and stuff. Now Max is trying to look for him. And while that's happening, one of the greatest like fucking music things ever is like freaking playing, which is like which is basically like Eye to Eye, which is so freaking good. Oh my god, I love this song. Got myself a notion of what I know that you'd understand. You set the world in motion. Reaching out for each other's hand. Maybe you'll discover what we should have known all along. Oh, maybe you'll discover. If we listen to each other's heart, we'll find we're never too far apart. And maybe love is the reason why, for the first time ever, we're seeing it eye to eye. Oh, I love this song, homie. Okay. Okay. So yeah, Max then got caught by the security guard in the concert, and basically he has to try to escape that guy. While Goofy is trying to look for Max, and he walks into the woman. As I said, that woman in the first part of the movie, where she's actually the singer in the one of the backup singers in the concert. She's actually in the concert, and the picture there, of her husband there. So yeah, so cute. Um. So yeah. So yeah. And I just like how the only reaction that Goofy does is him just stroking his nose. Like, and he's like there twirling his ear. Okay, bye. Anyway, she like hits him, I think, with something. I don't know what it was, but basically he gets knocked backwards and he falls into like one of those chamber things, like those capsule things, so that the dancers come out of. So yeah, so he got trapped in that, and then like it cuts to pretty much like at Stacy's birthday party where they're all watching the Powerline concert, and they're pretty much like they're trying to wait, like waiting for when Max shows up in the final um song for like the concert. And then like Bobby just says like the goof kid ain't there, and and then Roxanne, she's getting a little sad, and because she's like oh, and then of course like um Stacy's like, oh, it's okay, he's gonna show up, don't worry. And then she's like at Bobby like that, like, yo, like, shut the fuck up, boy. You're making my girly like anxious. And then like so then Goofy comes up on the same way, comes out of the ground the same way as Powerline did, like in the beginning of the song. And it has that cool effect thing with the electricity doing it and the breaking the glass, and he comes out of the thing. And it's so funny. He's like, and then basically like Max tells Goofy to like literally just reenact the perfect cast how he does it and stuff, which kind of looks like, if you think about it, like little dance moves, which I just find it so cute that Powerline really liked it. He was like really like, he thought it was super cute. So I just like how Powerline literally legit like copies like Goofy. So cute. I can see why people like this coupling, this shipping of like putting Goofy with Powerline, because they both are really cute. Just look at them; they're like little goofballs. So adorable. And then basically, like Max, he fought off the security guard guy, and the security guy fucking hit the damn TV screen, and he fucking crashed into it, and a bunch of electricity came up out. So I don't know if that guy's okay or he's dead or really hurt really badly. But yeah, like Max like finally managed to get onto the stage with both of them, and that's great. And so then I just love like Powerline, bro. Like he just legit was like, oh, okay, cool. And then he just keeps singing anyway. He goes, "If we listen to each other's heart, we'll find we're never too far apart. And maybe love is the reason why, for the first time ever, we're seeing it eye to eye. Seeing it eye to eye, seeing it eye to eye. For the first time, for the first time." Like, god damn, it's good. And it is just so cute how they're all like all of them just dancing and stuff there in the in the concert. Um and then of course like everyone in the party is like super happy like that Max showed up at the the last song in this concert. uh and then PJ was there watching it also while he's there with his with Pete. And Pete is super like what the heck, because like he sees Goofy there on the fucking TV. He's like, what? It's hilarious. I love it. And yeah, so they're all pretty much having a good time. They're all dancing there for the first time. So yeah, they're all just there, just dancing at the party, and he's having his cheese whizzy, and then he's like Bobby was there having his cheese whiz, and then he's like, he like was spraying at the girls and stuff. It was really funny. Also, it's just me, but when I was little, like when I watched this movie, finally, I thought that these two were literally so cute. By the way, like Bobby and Stacy. Like I kind of wish that they ended up together because I think it would have been so cute. By the way, if that was the case, but I don't know. I personally think it's really cute. So since they both need glasses, they both wear glasses and stuff and all that. So yeah, her with her braces. It's cute. I think these two would have been cute together. I really like that. So yeah. Yeah. I do I. So yeah, pretty much basically after that, they got back home and they're really wrecked up car. So I don't know how the fuck that car be there like all like that when it's like literally like that, but somehow it did. Okay. And basically he Goofy took Max to Roxanne's house, and like he says like pretty much he's like saying like um you should really tell her like everything and apologize for like lying, and like and if after all that like she still doesn't want to be with you, then she's not like probably the one that's for you. And Max is really sad about that because he really does love Roxanne. So he's like it just makes him get all like so yeah. The dad and his fucking taking a shower. Anyway, so yeah, basically he tells the truth to Roxanne, where Caroline and Goofy didn't actually know each other and stuff like that, and he basically lied to her and stuff like that because he wanted to look cool and everything, and wanted her to like him and stuff. But she's like, I already liked you, Max. From the first time I heard you laugh, I liked you. Your little yuck. A yuck. So yeah. So it's really cute, and pretty much basically like they made up with one another, and Roxanne actually wanted to hang out with him and stuff like that. But then Max said he couldn't and that he had something to do with his dad. And basically I think she was hoping that, oh, like you're not lying to me again, are you, boy? And he's like, really seriously, I do. And he's like, how about the next day? And then she's like, okay, deal and stuff. And then basically like he just goes and he kisses her. Okay. So yeah, it's so cute. So yeah, the way that he kisses her is so adorable. I love it. um so yeah. And then he does this cute little laugh. He does the yuck. It is so cute. I love the way like Max does the laugh. He does it such adorable way. Like Goofy sounds more like yuck, and and then Max does it more like yuck, like it's so cute. I like it. Okay. And then of course he gets like shy that he did it, so he basically covers his mouth again and stuff, and then Roxanne, she starts giggling herself and she smiles and stuff, and it's really adorable. I really like it. So then basically like Goofy is trying to like fix the car up again a little bit more because look at it. And then while he's doing that, the fucking car fucking explodes. And I actually thought that he died again. I was like, bro, he died again. What the fuck? Only his shoes are there. But nah, he's fine. He just got blasted into the sky, basically. And then he like hits the roof like of Roxanne's house and basically does property damage, but whatever. But yeah, so so yeah, he just it's just so funny. And basically Max is like, yeah, so Roxanne, this is my dad and stuff, and he's just greeting her while crashed into her um ceiling roof. So yeah. so yeah, that's basically the movie. Um so yeah, this is a very very good movie. I love it so much. Like the animation is beautiful. I really like the animation. Like for a movie that's basically was made for like the TV animation studio, it is very well animated. It is very well animated. The way the fluidity of how the characters move is really beautiful to me. The voice acting is just phenomenal. I really like it a lot. Like I actually heard Goofy's original voice actor before, and I really do like how he sounds. But I really love how Bill Farmer does Goofy. To me, that's Goofy. Like basically, because I grew up with that one more than his other voice actor. And I really like Jason Morrison. I think is what his name is. For Max. He sounds so good, like for him Max. Um and I just love his singing voice so much. It sounds so beautiful. Like it made me so sad that he wasn't able to sing in the second movie also because he sings so freaking good. Like Max's voice actor. But yeah. um so yeah, yo, that was actually Mickey's voice actor, like at the time, Wayne Allwine. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, all right. So yeah, like, and the songs in this movie again are just all bangers. I love all the songs in this movie. It is just so good to me. Like, I could sing every single one of them, and I wouldn't have any regrets of doing them because I just love the music in this movie so much. It's so good. And the lessons that this movie learns is also just really good to me. I really like the lessons in this movie that are learned. Um, it just has a lot about parenting, like different parenting styles of how you do it. Pretty much like you like um uh like yeah, it's basically that. Just um so yeah. Um Well, that's it. I was able to do two parts of this. I thought I was going to have to do more, but I managed to do two parts. So yeah. So like and subscribe if you haven't, and comment down below how you feel about part two and stuff and all that. Like like all in all, just how you view the movie, if how you like what's your experiences with the Goofy movie and stuff and all that. Like what do you think about the lessons being taught in this movie? And basically what do you think about when it came to the 30th anniversary stuff about this movie? Because recently it did have its 30th anniversary. So yeah. Um okay. So that's basically it. So bye. See you when I see you again. When I feel like uploading again.